Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Welcome one and all. Today is July 21st, 2020. And this is episode 24 of Pop Culture Warrior. This is the show where I stay up to date on all the ins and outs of what's happening in pop culture, so you don't have to. I am CQ, as the little box says, and I'm your pop culture cartoonist. And with me, as always, is the latex to my super suit, our very own super sidekick, the voice of the unpop cultured, Mr. Radar. What is up, buddy?
Not much, but it's going on, man.
Oh, man, I'm super excited. As always, it is a Tuesday, and it means we get to geek out. I'm so pumped for this. You have a good week, man?
That was fucking awesome. It was great. I had a good week. It was amazing.
There you go. That's all we can ask for, man. That's all we can ask for.
How about you? So you must be out of lockdown.
Well, I
You don't
mean,
have the coronavirus beard going
yeah,
anymore.
I don't get the beard going anymore. I mean, yeah, sort of, kind of. I mean, I'm like, how much has my life changed with and without COVID-19? I mean, I'm home all the time anyway, so it's hard to tell. I was going off of like what everybody else was telling me, so that's that. But before we really get into it, man, once again, I'd be remiss not to remind the WTF Nation family, radio family faithful that's out there, you watching the screen, we are nominated for a podcast award. I'm begging you at this point, please, if you haven't already, go to podcastawards.com. We're nominated under the People's Choice category and the Entertainment category. So you can vote twice for us in two different categories. You just need to register your email. That way everybody gets one vote. But if you have multiple emails, vote from all of them. I'd appreciate it. Voting closes in a week and a half. So please, if you haven't already, please vote. Thank you to everyone who has. A ton of people have messaged me pictures of their voter registration, their thing that shows that they voted. And I really appreciate it. Like I said, we're getting super close to our next big giveaway, right? Because we said at 500 likes on the page, we're going to give it. We're at 489. We are 11 likes away from our next super big, awesome giveaway. And if you sent me a picture of your voter registration, your thing that shows that you voted, I'm going to triple your chances to win that prize. So definitely appreciate everybody who's voted and has sent it in. So I know Radar, you voted, right? Multiple times.
I did.
Oh.
I did. I voted from all of my emails.
Oh, you're the best. You're absolutely the best, buddy.
Same here for all my trolling accounts.
Hey, thank you so much, Mom. We appreciate you. See, that's what we do, man, here at the station. We support each other. So we want to make sure we get this award. We bring it back to the station. We own this category, and we show them, the awesome stuff we got going on here. So very excited to keep that going. Yeah, so outside of that, how are we doing? Oh, so people say hi. We got a bunch of people watching. Hey, if you're watching live, man, say hi. This is an interactive show. So I'm feeding off you guys out there, very much like the stand-up comedian. I'm feeding off of you guys. So drop your hays and your likes and your highs and your what's up. I'll give you guys a shout out. I see Heath in the house, Joe's in the house, Mike, Jenny, Kaz, what's up, buddy? Who else? Bob, I got you. Not on Mixer tonight. We should be on Mixer. Is Mixer still a thing? Is Mixer still even live? I don't know. We should be on Mixer. I don't know if it's not on Mixer. That's weird. And then, yeah, Mom, hey, thanks for dropping in the Pop Culture Warrior. Yeah, appreciate it. Awesome. You guys are the best, man. So, anyway, enough of that. We have a lot of news to get through, and super cool. The second hour, we have special guest Pete Barlow. He is a military cartoonist. He does G.I. Low, the cartoon. It is phenomenally funny. He's been on the show before. He's not been on our show before. He's been on the station before. He's going to be on our show to talk cartoons and all the goodies and fun stuff. So very cool. Excited for that, the second half of the show. But for now, let's talk the latest and greatest in pop culture. Um,
Fine. We won't even bring up the fact I'm wearing my GI Low shirt right now.
are you wearing your G? Oh, look at see,
I
man.
am.
We got to get a picture in picture. You know what I mean? We got to do the little side by side so we can.
We do.
I'm
We
I'm
do.
working on it. I'm working on it. I got things in the works, buddy. I got things in the works.
Maybe I'll snap a pic and
Yeah,
we'll throw it
shoot
on
it
the
off.
second hour. You just have me in the background or
Yeah,
something.
shoot it up. I'll throw it up on the screen. I don't care. I don't care. All right.
Come on, pic.
Games, man. I want to talk games. We got such a packed show today that oh my goodness. So as we've talked before, I'm definitely an Xbox gamer, but I appreciate PlayStation and everything else that it does. But there's a bunch of Xbox news coming out. They do have an event coming up. I think it's Thursday, the 23rd, right? Yeah. So they have an event coming up Thursday. That's going to be they're going to showcase a bunch of games and whatnot. But this is news before that. So the first big news coming out of Xbox is that the Xbox One X, which is their current, top tier, most recent generational equipment that's out there. It's the most recent machine they've built, is halting production. They are ending it completely. They are not going to make any more Xbox One X's. Okay? On top of that, they're also ending the production of the Xbox One S all digital, the one that didn't have a little CD drive in it. They will, however, continue to make the Xbox One S standard, let's call it, and that will be continued to be manufactured and sold globally. This is obviously in them gearing up for the big Xbox One Series X release. But I have to admit, I'm a bit surprised by this news. I was a bit surprised. I figured, if anything, they would shut the S production down and then keep the X, being that that's the newest system. But it looks like they want to have, the cheaper alternative, the One S, and then, the Series X being the new kid on the block. So what do you
Well,
think?
and if they do that, because the X is like the 4K and all that stuff, right? Well, the S does not.
Hmm.
So that's probably gonna, if unless the other one is markedly better, people aren't going to buy the more expensive alternative, right?
I mean, we'll see.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, because 360 support just recently ended,
Hmm.
right? So you've got these guys who kind of are still holding on to their 360s, whether they want it for whatever reason or not. I don't. People are weird. But if there's the X and the new one, and the X still does 4K, does all the other things with just pretty much less processing power,
Right.
right? Either one is going to be a huge jump from the 360, right?
Hmm.
So, I mean, you got people like us who are like, hell yeah, I want the latest, I want the greatest, I want all of the things. But if you've got Joe Blow who just kind of just wants to play some Call of Duty or whatever, he might be okay with the Xbox X, the Xbox One X, but the S isn't as good, right?
Right.
So kind of make them have a penalty, I guess. Not kind of have that middle ground, either have like crap or good.
Yeah. I
Like,
wouldn't say crap. I would say the cheaper alternative, or the, current standard, the what have you not.
mhm.
But yeah, so that's yeah, that's a thing. That is a thing. So that's the first bit of Xbox news. The second one, and this one really caught me by surprise, more so than them ending production. So if you have an Xbox, if you play Xbox and PlayStation probably, um, you have to pay a fee for Xbox Live, the ability to go online and play multiplayer and things like that, to get the downloadable content, the all the updates and things like that. You have to pay for the Xbox Live account. Now everybody that I know, that I've ever known, has always paid for the 1 year option. It was $60 and you're good for the year, and it renews automatically if you choose to or not. Uh, Xbox has officially ended the 1 year option. It is gone. It is
What?
completely gone. If you go onto The Microsoft Store right now, to purchase your subscription, there's the classic 1 month subscription, there's the 3 month subscription, but the 1 year is gone.
Really?
Yes. So the news here says, if I have it, okay, no real specific answer, first of all, has been given as to why the change was made, but Microsoft confirmed it was not an error. These are the two options available now for Xbox Live subscribers as far as the Microsoft Store is concerned. At this time, Xbox has decided to remove the 12 months Xbox Live Gold SKU from the Microsoft Online Store, they said. Customers can still sign up for a 1 month or 3 month Xbox Live Gold subscription online through the Microsoft Store. It could be that Microsoft is trying to push people to sign up for what they call the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription, which basically gives you the 1 year of Xbox Live Gold and an Xbox Game Pass, and basically it boils down to about $15 a month or about $180 a year. You know, they've been making these announcements for their next gen console that talks about smart delivery and, you know, comprehensive backward compatibility and all these different things, but you know, all those are consumer friendly changes. So taking away this very convenient option to possibly push the more expensive option is a little surprising, and is, I don't know. I mean, obviously we're gonna hear more from Xbox on Thursday, but really the intent for that is to focus on the games and really nothing else. So I don't even think they might not even mention this. On the other side of the coin, some people are predicting that the reason for this is possibly to announce it at this event or at another event that they're going to go live free. Like that they removed the 1 year option because that, you know, in the next couple months they're going to just remove that whole fee system from Xbox Live, and now Xbox Live will be just kind of part and parcel of the Xbox, and you know, you can pay to have the, you know, passes and all the different things, but that live will be free. So I don't know, what say you, man? Do you feel that they're pushing towards making people, you know, pay either monthly, bi-monthly, whatever, or do you think that there may be hinting at the fact that they're gonna go to a free you know, service?
It'd be really cool if they went to a free one. Not gonna lie. I, there's got to be a lot of revenue coming in though on that, even at the $30 a year,
Mhm.
right? I find it hard to believe they're going to give up that much revenue, because I mean people are happy to pay it. When we've talked other way, you know, how other ways for them to kind of make money. You know, you look at
Mhm.
the pay to play games. You know, God, that's super loud.
Yeah, so sorry about
But I mean, do you think they really do that though? Honestly, like I don't know, man. I find it hard to believe they're just gonna like not charge for that kind of deal. I would think they charge more, but give you more, or perceived more. You know,
Right.
give you the Game Pass thing. I don't know, man. It just seems rough. It just seems not. It, as of late, that they want to grab every penny they can. It
Yeah.
just seems like it's really hard for them to give that up.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Pete? I see you joined us. King says, good point. People are happy to pay. Yeah, I'm curious, man. Chat. What say you? I mean, are you okay with Microsoft forcing your hand to push you to pay for something like, you know, the what they call it, the Xbox Live Ultimate Game Pass Plus subscription, whatever, and pay that 180 a year, or are you hoping they're going to this free model where, you know, Xbox Live will be free to play? So curious what the chats think.
We need to talk to Cause. They always have those cool like polls and shit. We need to do that.
Yes, we do need to do a poll. That would be fantastic. And in one more bit of Xbox news, and this one is a little disappointing to me. So, obviously, the new console is coming out this holiday season, right? The Xbox Series X. obviously Xbox has exclusives the same way that PlayStation has exclusives. These are games that are just yeah, dude. We can all hear your pinging on your computer.
Mine.
Yeah, we can
When I
all
well,
hear it.
well, yeah, and I can't fucking. It seems like I can't turn it off. I
Oh,
have
yeah,
everything muted on my computer, but
yeah,
yeah, and it's loud as fuck in my ear too.
yeah. It's loud over here too.
Sorry about it.
You're good, brother. You're good. No, so obviously, each console has its own exclusives. Something like, Spider-Man was exclusive to PlayStation and things like Halo are exclusive to Xbox. So the new news coming out of kind of Xbox headquarters, and this is straight from Phil Spencer, who's like the boss of Xbox. He's once again reiterated that the Xbox Series X won't have any next gen specific exclusives for the first couple years on the market. Meaning now Microsoft will still have their exclusive, meaning Halo Infinite will come out. It will only be on Xbox, but it won't be exclusive to next gen. It won't be exclusive to the Series X. They'll release for both Series X and Xbox One. So there won't be a Xbox Series X specific console exclusive for the first few years the console is out on the market. Now, that's very different than what PlayStation is doing, where they said, yeah, there'll be some games that are both, but they're coming out with PS5 exclusives almost out the gate. So it's a little disheartening. And so the reason they said they're doing it this way is because they don't want to exclude anyone, right? Especially given, the COVID crisis and money's tight and jobs are hard to find, all these different things. So they want to make sure that if they release a game, that you don't have to have the new console to be able to play that game. But it also then goes, well, then why should I upgrade? And obviously, the one that plays on the Xbox Series X is going to look better. It's going to run faster. It's going to all this blah, blah, blah. But if I can easily get the same game from my current system, why not save the X amount of dollars, because they still haven't announced the price, save $400, $500, $600 of buying a new system if it's going to play the same games anyway. It's a little disheartening. It's a little disheartening. What do you think? And you're probably fixing your.
do you think I think it's kind of good though. It gives the developers a chance to catch up, and kind of. I really don't. Like I said, we've talked about this before about exclusive content, and I really don't know how much that's a selling point anymore.
Mm.
You got your big name games like the Halo, for example. But when's the last time a new Halo game came out that really piqued everyone's interest? Right.
Right.
It's kind of. I'm not saying Halo's dead. Give me some cool Halo. I'll play it. But I mean, there's so many other franchises that are Call of Duty and Madden and all these other that. I actually think that they'd be better off doing more cross-play stuff and getting bigger communities and getting more gameplay and kind of, I don't know, putting away this stupid rivalry between PlayStation and Xbox and kind of, I'm not saying not have any console exclusive stuff, but I don't think that's people don't buy an Xbox for Halo anymore. People don't buy a PlayStation for whatever they're doing. I don't know, whatever they're doing, but.
Yeah.
I mean, what's a PlayStation exclusive? I'm sure I'm missing something.
PlayStation exclusives, Uncharted series, the Spider-Man, was it MLB The Show? PlayStation had a couple, there was like Killzone and, Little Big Planet and all those going back to the Generation 3 and 4. But yeah, I mean, it's disappointing only because if I'm going to upgrade to the latest system, then I want a game that was designed for that system. If I get my Xbox Series X, and for instance, I buy Halo Infinite, that's a game that, although will run better and faster and prettier, it had to be developed from the ground up for the old generation. You know what I mean? They had to. It had to be in the back of their mind that, hey, this game does have to run on the old system, so that's going to be the priority. Right? Is what are the minimum requirements, and then they add on more for the higher end version. But you're not really going to be pushing the boundaries of what the system can do if you're always developing with, well, we have to work on last console too, last generation, right? So I don't know. I don't know. It's I would like to at least see, I don't know, 2 or 3 games in the first year that are specifically built from the ground up for the current console, because that's how we really, put it through its paces. That's how we really, know it's worth it. Um,
But you've got, when you do that though, pre last gen consoles, and I've said this since fucking 360, since the Xbox One came out. The 360 did nothing after the Xbox One came out. You got to have like a little bit of time, right? Year or two. But they held on the 360 for so long, it really, really held back the Xbox One gameplay. It really did. Now we've got this new console, new generation consoles coming out, and like, what do we do? Like, as the game developers come out with stuff, they have to keep the Xbox One crew going. Have
yeah.
to a little bit. But console exclusives or next gen exclusives. I mean, at some point you have to just be like, sorry, last gen consoles, you can't play the new Call of Duty, you can't play the new whatever. Can't play it. Sorry about it. Upgrade or don't play. Sorry about it. You can't. I mean, but then again, you kind of put off your other people, who, I don't know, not everyone can afford a new console every couple of years.
Yeah.
I get that, really do. So, I don't know, but
It's
do you,
it's one of those
what about
things.
this for an idea though? Do you
Yep.
have like servers that are dedicated to the new console and servers that are dedicated to the old console? Then the people that have the new console can play the game to its full potential with that system, right?
Hmm.
You don't have to slow down the new system for the old one. I don't know. Maybe that's dumb. I'm
Uh,
not a computer guy.
yeah, I mean, I think with the cloud and the servers and all that, that's more really for the online play of it. I don't know, you know, I don't know. I like the game being built. I don't know. It's tough. It's a tough thing to say because, like I said, I want a game that was built with the best tech in mind. If they're developing it with the previous generation's tech in mind, you're capping what you can do. You know what I mean? They're not at their full capacity. But I think we've seen that at every console generation as well, where the first couple games, even when they were exclusive to that system, like the first year or two, the games aren't, as good as they can possibly be. Um, getting a call from a 570-994 number. You're crazy. I'm not answering that. I don't trust people calling from 570. Somebody trying to call this show. Yeah, no. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I think I might know who that is. If that was you, Pete, call back and I'll answer. Like the only person I know watches the show from Pennsylvania. But yeah, so the idea that I don't know. I don't know, man. It just I want to. I was so pumped for this release of this console to then find out that like the only games you're gonna be able to get are the games that you could get for your Xbox One X anyway. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it rolls.
But I mean, how? Okay, it's gonna be the same games.
Mhm.
It can't be the same coding. Can't be. Wouldn't work, right?
Well, I mean that's the thing. That's the thing. If you develop for the previous console first,
Mm.
then you can scale it up to a certain degree and make it more polished. It's more pixels and more polish and more whatever for the better version. But the base of it, the foundation of the game is gonna be the same. It's gonna be I don't know. It's tough to explain. Like it's going to be the same game and then just polished up. Here we got a caller, so let me see if I can bring him in here. See what the caller has to say. Give it a second. Hello, caller. Who's this?
What's up, brother?
Hey, what's going on, Pete?
Yeah.
How you doing, bro?
Nothing, man.
Are you?
Put my 2 cents in this.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Let's hear what do you have to say about the consoles?
See, here's my thing. Xbox, I was never a fan. As much as you think Xbox is better, and it's not, let's be honest here, Mike. It's never been that good.
Okay.
Xbox, in my opinion, is making a bad business move. Because what's the point of dropping 800, 900, even 1,000, let's say, on a new system if you don't have to? Let's be real here.
Sure. But okay, so on the same token, then, do you think that PlayStation PS5 is going to come out, because they're going to come out at the same time? Do you think they're going to come out and have so many exclusives that it's like, wow, they're doing it right? You don't like, don't you feel that, well, maybe if, so let's say you're a guy who has a PlayStation 4 and maybe doesn't have the money to upgrade to a PlayStation 5, and then all these games are coming out for PlayStation 5, you don't feel like, wow, man, they forgot about me. They don't care about me.
That's the catch-22 that they're doing business-wise again, is if you really want to play it, you can sell your old systems, sell your old games, and you get credit. The best, obviously you're not going to get all the money for it, but right. You forget the one major thing, if they did last time, it's PlayStation Day. So you get, you trade in the PlayStation Day, you get 85% worth of your system. So you get more than enough to even buy it. Maybe you just put another 100, 200 in, and that's it. Call it a day. So that's a catch-22. Like, yes, if I didn't have the money, I would be pissed off more than anything. Right. But the same token is there are going to have some exclusives. Obviously, Spider-Man. That's a big one. Yeah. I'm a geek like yourself, and obviously I can brag online for this. And I played Spider-Man, and somebody who didn't. Hint, hint.
Yeah. Well, okay. So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this then. So obviously, like you said, PlayStation for a long time has had kind of the title when it comes to like, hey, you want the graphically better? Do you want more power? Do you want, XYZ? Like, it's always been PlayStation over Xbox. Maybe the online plays a little bit better on Xbox and some other games and whatnot. But now, if you look at the technical specs for both systems, if you compare the hardware, the software that's running for PlayStation and Microsoft, this generation, for the first time ever, Xbox is clearly better. Like the hardware, the speed, the size, the power, all of it is in Microsoft's favor. So as a person who is a PlayStation faithful, I mean, how does that make you feel? That for the first time ever, the PlayStation isn't the most powerful system, at launch?
See, that's a one I will say eventually they're going to come out with a pro version. That'd be better. Sure. So I can hold off or update later on. So it doesn't really bother me because end of the day, yes, it might be powerful on specs, but graphic-wise, can you really tell the difference?
I mean, yeah,
that's where it comes down to it.
Yeah, we're talking micro filaments of pixels, and yeah, it's going to be really hard to see one is better than the other. I think there might be a sort of difference in maybe like the smooth motion or the ray tracing, so it kind of like, you seeing the light bounce off the surfaces and you might see just slight differences, but I mean they're both going to be very powerful machines, and we're at a technical point in technology where even them pushing it to the absolute breaking point, I mean it's going to look pretty much the same. It really is. One might be slightly faster.
Here, I'm going to cut you off a second. The only way you can see, I personally think, if you have the newest TV out, like, what's the newest one? 5K, I believe, is it?
Right.
So if you have that,
but yeah.
8K, okay, 8K, I'm a little behind on my Ks here. But regardless, if you have the newest TV and you put one in and put the other one in, that's I can see it a little difference.
Mhm.
But like I have a 4K. Okay, I'm not going to see a difference. So to me, no. But let me give you a history lesson. Where a lot of PlayStation fans stuck with them for so many years is one, Xbox went charging for what since 360, right?
Yeah.
So PlayStation 3 didn't charge anything. They just
Right.
started with the PS4.
Right.
So that's where a lot of fans stuck with it. Like, why am I going to pay for online when I can get it for free?
Yeah.
So that's where they stuck with it. That's my personal opinion. I have no data on this, no nothing. I am going off my own gut here, and that's what I'm talking off.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another reason why I think a lot of people are still sticking with PlayStation. I give Xbox one good thing. The only good game I saw coming out was Gears of War. That's the only. But I'll give you another one. Battletoads.
Wow, that's a classic franchise. Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
So let me
they
ask
have the
you.
exclusive to it.
That's right. That's right. Let me ask you one last thing before I let you go. Because like you said, PlayStation was free online for a while. Then they switched to very much like Xbox that you had to pay for it. What is your feelings if PS5 comes out, same pay to play online, but then Xbox comes out and says, hey, we're free to play online? Does that change your feelings at all to have to like be a PlayStationer paying to play online and then finding out Xbox is going to be free to play online? Does that change your feelings at all?
See, that would change a lot of my feelings because, end of the day, I work my butt off. I work hard for my money. So if I can save a couple $100 a year, I'll jump on it on a heartbeat.
There you go.
Am I going to be up, a little disappointed I'm going to convert to the dark side? Yeah. But at the end of the day, I might have to do that. But that has to be something I will think over a little period of time, make sure